Well, I wanted to talk this morning about living more authentically. And here's how this came into my reality this week. I had an opportunity, I was asked to speak to a women's collective about self care and leadership and the neuroscience of change. So, all the things I love. And the woman, so it was amazing. It was really wonderful. And to get to see this kind of intentional community being built to support each other and build each other up. And it was really wonderful. And then after me, a woman spoke, and she was a yoga instructor, a healer, and her main job and calling was something called a death doula. And I had never heard of that before. And I was really fascinated to listen to her and her calling to do this work, to be with people in these times of transition, of transformation, and to really build that with so much love and gentleness and intention. And she said something that has just rattled around my brain since we connected. So that was, I think, on Wednesday evening. And what she said is that no matter the age of the person that she's working with, and no matter their kind of status in life, their income level, their achievements, their education, she said that there is almost always one similar message. And that is, I wish I had lived more. And she says, good morning. She went on to explain that not live longer, but live more fully in the life that they had. And so her talk was really moving and kind of building this more mindful brain to really be present in our day to day, and how often the communities that we build and surround ourselves with are outcome driven, right? And outcomes are important. I love outcomes. I love achieving. I love those things. And sometimes personally, I sacrifice the joy and the presence of living to achieve more of the outcomes, right? To get more done in a day, to check more things off my list. And so it just sat with me. And I just wanted to share it with you this morning, really thinking about, how do I live more every day and get stuff done and achieve and earn a paycheck and all of those things, right? And do the amazing work that you all are doing in the world and live and fully live. I think I get stuck in this thought of, oh, I can't wait for Friday, right? Because then I get to go be me on the weekend. I get to rest because I've reserved that for just these spaces of time. I've built my own identity and value around getting stuff done, and right. And so I think for me, it made me just think about, how do I have more presence and more joy when I'm in a meeting with somebody? How can I focus on more laughter and connection, or more presence, or pausing before I get into the achievement, the hustle, the outcomes, the things we have to do? How can I respond to some of my, I have friends who text me, and what I found I do is I put those over here because I need to respond to these other emails and these other texts. And weeks can go by, and I've put these people that I love so very much over here. And anyway, I'm just playing with it, and I just wanted to hit it into your park too, for you to think about, how do you bring more living into your life? I guess is really the question I'm asking. How do we bring more living into our life? So with that, I'm so glad you're all here. I see lots of you here now. Welcome. I did share that I woke up very feverish and sick today, so I'm cuddled next to the fire, and I'm going to do more of a silent practice this morning. So what we're going to do, I love bringing the silent practice in occasionally. I had more of a motivation to do that this morning. And what I want you to pay attention to is the way with which your mind travels and distracts itself, and allowing that and accepting that that is our human process. And so we will be focused on something. You can choose your breath, or do a body scan, or move your fingers or rub your hands. So you can choose your anchor. You can have your eyes open and notice maybe the sunlight falling on a plant or whatever your anchor is, and notice it. Pay attention to it. Talk to yourself about the details of it, or guide yourself through it, in, out, and so forth, or counting. And then you will realize your brain is somewhere else, and you're working through a scenario, you're planning a scenario. Our mind does this time travel thing. And so every minute or so, I'm going to do that sound right there. And the point of that is to see yourself in your full humanity, notice that you've wandered, and bring your attention back to your anchor. That's the whole practice. So, with that, let's close our eyes or take a soft gaze. Allow some of those concepts, some of those ideas to activate your curiosity. What's my messaging around joy and rest and deep connection and self-care and community and alone time? These moments where we truly, really live. How do I pepper my daily life with these things? Notice where I'm already doing it, and notice opportunities to build it in more. Allow your attention to find an anchor. Remembering your eyes can be open or closed. Your body can be in whatever position. Find a place to allow your attention to lie. And begin to notice the fullness of that, the details. Again, if it's a physical sensation, noticing how your body moves, where it's cooler, where it's hotter, sounds. If it's something visual, noticing the colors and the patterns and the details. And I'll fall silent while you do this. If your mind wandered, bring it back to your anchor. Loving yourself in all your humanity. Observe the discomfort of your brain, wondering how long a minute is. And with self compassion, observe your brain. It might be screaming at you to stop, it might be really loving this. Just observe it. We don't have to change anything. We just observe it and come back to our anchor. Each time strengthening our ability to place our attention somewhere on purpose. Allow your attention to find your breath. Breathing in, breathing out. This is such powerful work. Building our ability to focus on something, to place our attention, my ability to say, I can be fully with this person for a moment, fully with them. And as my brain tells me I don't have time, my to do list is growing, I'm very, very busy, I can just observe that and bring my attention back. And before we fully end the practice, just notice if there's any insight or curiosity that you want to tuck away, or feeling, an emotion that you want to tuck away in your pocket and pull it out later for more exploration. And when you're ready, open your eyes or bring your gaze back together. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, and be well.